Well, hey. Good damn afternoon, American. Jericho Green here with you once again, 1 p.m. PST, so you know where you should be. But first, friends, is inflation wiping you out? Are you cutting back to make ends meet? Food prices have doubled and are going higher. Same with the insane prices at the pump. It's going to get worse all summer long. But you can fight inflation by getting affordable, delicious emergency food that costs far less than store-bought food. You see, this food is freeze-dried and packaged for long-term storage, so it's a whole lot less expensive than fresh or canned food. We recommend My Patriot Supply, America's largest emergency preparedness company. They have an inflation fighting offer where you can save $150 on their 3-month emergency food kit, a wide variety of delicious meals that give you over 2,000 calories a day. This is a great way to fight inflation while preparing for food shortages. Your kits ship fast and free and arrive in unmarked boxes for your privacy. Go to preparewithjericho.com and save $150 on each 3-month food kit you need. Do it now. Go to preparewithjericho.com. That is preparewithjericho.com. What's up, everybody? I see your asses in the comment section already. I see you, D-Light. We'll get to it. You cherry popper, you. MyGreenGear.com. Oh, yes. Brand new designs. More on the way. Link in the description box. If you can't wait till the end of this one, go to my live yesterday. It's in there in the description box. MyGreenGear.com. Check it out. Lots of good shit in there. JerichoGreen.net. Exclusive videos. You only find them on JerichoGreen.net. Only $3.99 a month. And so many other fun things in there for you. Venmo is GreenforGreen. Cashapp, $ Jericho Green. And the number 1. Super chats. It's already begun. Be like these people, shall you? Shall we? You be like them. And P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Yes, Lord German Husbando. Happy Friday, everybody. Whether it's your Friday or just Friday to everybody else, happy Friday, damn it. Just a different feeling in the air on a Friday. When you were a kid, you felt a little more courage to ask your parents for stuff on a Friday. Maybe go to the video store. Talked about that before. Love the video store. Kids will never understand that. Video store Friday, Saturday night. It's like a nightclub for kids. D-Light, thank you very much. What do you think about NYC PSA about nuke strike? Things that make you go, I did hear about that yesterday. One of the steps was remove and bag dirty clothing, exposed clothing. Tainted clothing. Stay inside. It said being out in your car is not an option. Okay, look. If you are so close to a nuclear blast that you can't be outside, then being inside probably isn't going to help that much. It said if you're in a building, make sure, and you don't have a basement or something. If you have a basement, get in there. But if you don't, get to as close to the center of the building as you can. Is this supposed to be for the people in Connecticut or Philadelphia or something? Because if a nuke goes off in New York City, chances are everybody in New York City is going to be fucked up. I saw this video one time, and it showed the advancement of nuclear bombs. It went all the way back to World War II when they were testing them, when they actually used them on the Japanese twice. That's got to be the toughest group of people ever. They had to get nuked twice. And it goes through post-World War II in the 50s when the Russians started testing their nuclear bombs and the Tsar bomb and all these hydrogen bombs, and how it's gone from just the regular nuke that we knew of World War II to much, much bigger things. The nukes they have now will shit out the nukes that they set off in World War II. So if that happens, there's no getting to the center of the room. There's no take your clothes off and put them in a bag or go in your basement. You are fucking done. You are vaporized. You're going to be a shadow in the pavement like this. That's what you're going to be reduced to. But New York City, just know that if a nuclear attack happens in your city, they have a plan. They want you to take your clothes off and put them in a bag and go to the center of the building and don't stay in your car. Good job. I wonder how much that costs. How much was that PSA? How much did they pay the actor for that? To tell you some shit that ain't gonna happen. If a nuke goes off, you're finished. How many times have you seen the video of the house getting hit with the nuclear blast and then being sucked back in black and white? How many times have you seen some soldier in World War II looking at a nuclear blast test with these goggles on and his cheeks going like this? You ain't gonna make it, New York City. If a nuke goes off, man, you better try to get that third arm cut off that's growing out of your forehead if you make it. No, just go to the center of the building, silly. Put your clothes in a bag. What bag? You mean a regular Ziploc bag? Those can contain nuclear waste? Damn, I was just putting sandwiches and shit in them and leftovers and cut up fruit. But apparently you can put your nuclear tainted clothing inside of them and it'll be perfectly fine. Damn, Ziploc. That Ziploc technology is no joke. That shit keeps nuclear molecules inside the bag. You guys need to be charging more. And if we keep Biden in office, you'll definitely be charging more for everything. David Hamas, I got you this time. The Platinator is here. Yeah. That's what you do, Dave. You come in here and you get everybody all play. Everybody was fine until David showed up. Now everybody's going to be play for the rest of the live stream. Thanks, David. You know how these people get when they get all play. Can't fucking control them. Mama Babs, thank you for the twomp. Let's get this party started. That's right. Let's get in that ass like a bike with no seat. After we get to these super chats, of course. Mama Babs. Christian, what's up, yo hoser? Baby got bad junk in the trunk. Sore back. Heavenly sweetness. The picture for this live stream is a snapshot from Sir Mix-a-Lot's video, Baby Got Back, an ode to a woman's rump. It fits because we're going to be talking about A.O.C, a.k.a. Loco Cortez. Your motherfucks, her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be talking about her dumbass. Lala HK, what's up? Hey, mama. Grand Champ Pros. Yo, JG, don't stop believing. Hey, man, don't get me started on that damn 80 songs again. Journey? That's up there with like Celebration. What's the Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi? That's just one of those songs. I don't give a damn who you are. If you're of a certain age, you're joining in. We're going to start singing. And don't stop believing. Don't be at a sporting event. I think the Giants, I don't know if they play it every game, but they definitely play it during the World Series or when they're in the playoffs. So could you imagine being in a stadium with tens of thousands of people? Some of them, their blood alcohol could be close to the limit, over the limit. You know how it goes with those games. And they play a song like that, that shit will give you goosebumps. Everybody starts singing. Everybody's connected. That moment when you can look over at a total stranger and know that you're connected, you're on the same page, you're on the same vibe. It's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. What's up, Livy Ann? It's just like if you watch Whitney Houston's rendition of the Star Spangled Banner during the Super Bowl in 1990, I'm almost getting goosebumps right now. If you doubt that you have a soul, if you think you're dying inside, listen to that. Whitney Houston, Super Bowl 1990 national anthem. Stop it. One of the greatest songs ever sung. She did the greatest version of that song, period. I don't give a damn who sang it, when, where, and why. Whitney Houston did the best version of that song, period. I don't care if there's a little Whitney Houston being born. The next Whitney Houston is 3 years old somewhere. She ain't even discovered her talent yet. I don't give a damn. Whitney Houston did it the best. If you don't agree, tell me who did. And don't put Carl Lewis, even though his version was amazing. His version was special. Carl Lewis's version, when he sang the national anthem at an NBA game, he was the antithesis of Whitney Houston. If Whitney Houston's version was a superhero, he was a super villain. He is the Lex Luthor of national anthems. If you want to laugh, like deep laugh, watch Carl Lewis national anthem. Not right now, guys. Stay here. Write yourself a note. Do it later. But Carl Lewis, oh my goodness. From the first note, it was microwave dog shit. It was hot dog shit. Christian, your hoser, thank you again. He goes, hey, hoser, scroll up. I super chatted you at 12:30 PST. What? You were the first one? You were the cherry popper, not D-Light? Okay, we're going to settle this. We're going back to the top, people. Taking it from the top. Let's go back. We got to check the records. We got to settle a beef right now, people. We don't want no East Coast, West Coast beef right now. No America-Canada beef. Let's see. There it is. It was 12:40, Christian, just so we're keeping the record straight. All right. And he put, boom, super chat cherry pop. Ouch. I thought you Canadians were nice. That was not very nice. That was very rough. Yeah, he beat you by 21 minutes, D-Light. I'm sorry. We're going to have to take that championship. Super chat cherry popping belt and drape it across the shoulder of Christian, our Canadian connection. He did super chat me first. We like to be accurate here on the Jericho Green live stream.
On the Jericho Green live stream.
Thank you. That was very play of you, Christian. Very play. I'd like to keep it honest, okay? Sometimes play is okay here. All right? Some of you guys get overplay, too much play. You're playing around too much, but that was a good play. Play on the play. That makes sense. Boom! Brendan Gerzalak. Thank you for the twantski. He says, do you think Joe Biden likes George Michael? He sure does like whispering carelessly. P.S. You're welcome for the twant. Look, don't drag that classic 80s ballad down into the depths of the swamp with that mush mouth butterscotch pudding eating son of a bitch. Don't do that, Brendan. Because careless whispers? Wham? Or was that Wham or was that George Michael? Because even when it was Wham, the other, I think his name was Andrew something. I can't even tell you the full name. But I think it's Andrew something. Even when it was Wham, was he really was he equal with George Michael? Because when I think of Wake Me Up Before You Go, I hear George Michael. I don't hear Andrew. But don't besmirch that man's good 80s name by connecting him in any way to Bidenus pervertus. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Moving on. The Amazing Wong. Thank you. Driving home from work and listening to Uncle Jericho preach. I'm not going to let you down today, The Amazing Wong, because there's been some shit going on in the last 24 hours. Some funny, some will make you fucking angry. Some of the things I'm going to talk about today, or at least one of them, is going to make that single drop of anger blood come out of your nostril, your eyeball, or your ear. Because it's just unbelievable. Lord German Husbando, thank you very much. What is this talk of a nuclear explosion? Okay, so yesterday, New York City, I guess, the city, released a PSA telling people what to do after a nuclear blast, post-blast. And you're supposed to be indoors. They said being in your car is not an option. Don't be in your car. You get all fucked up in there. If you have a basement, or a cellar, whatever you want to call it, get in there. If you don't, go to as close as you can to the center of the building, hoping that all that drywall and 2x4s will stop the nuclear blast from making you a memory. Good luck with that. But that's what they were saying. Because, look, guys, I know New York has all these murder problems and all these assault problems and these homeless problems, and they're trying to make it hard for you. They're trying to make it harder than a 16-year-old's dick when he wakes up in the morning. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about. All right, you know how hard that is. That thing wakes you up. Sundial. They're trying to make it harder than that for you to get guns and carry guns and what kind of guns. And okay, we'll give you your guns, but you can't carry them anywhere. Everywhere's off limits. I know you have all these issues to deal with in New York, but let's focus on something that's probably never going to happen. Let's put the money and time and effort into making a PSA about something that is never going to happen. Good job, NYC. And like J2007 Fernando says, get inside, staying away from the windows. When inside, close the windows, because glass, much like the Ziploc bag, will keep out the nuclear blast and the nuclear radiation. Duh. Just get inside. Go close to the center of the building. You didn't know that? You know that drywall and 2x4s can stop nuclear radiation and the force of a nuclear blast? You guys are dumb. You didn't know that? Christian Hoser, what's up? Again, a shout out to all us hosers from Canada. We Canadians are only nice until we see nice booty and sore backs. Well, I don't blame you, man, because a lot of us are like that. A lot of us are good until we see it's like a full moon to a werewolf for a Canadian. When they see that nice booty and a sore back, it's like a full moon. They can't help it. They change. Grand Champ Pros, I need your bike, your clothes, and your boots. General Kirby. Mayday, General Kirby. Come on, it's not going to work. Where are these super chats at? I see you guys up there. I'm trying to get to them so I can highlight them. Kai Johnson from the UK. Missed the last week or so. Good to be back. Good to have you back, man. Need that international flair here. Hello, Gabna. Grand Champ Pros, thank you very much. Put your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle in the Ziploc bag, please. That's where it'll be protected. Anything you want to protect, your car, everything, just put a big Ziploc bag around that shit. It'll stop anything from getting to it. Fire, nuclear fallout, Ziploc bags stop everything. You thought it was just for goldfish and sandwiches, huh? Nope, wrong again. Oh, there's another one. Let's do it. Analog IDC, thank you. The only green New Deal I can buy into. This one's not going to screw you over. You can set your price on this one. I don't even have a set price. You tell me, and I will not bullshit you. How about that? Brian King B Falcone, thank you for being here. Says they say shit and try to bring it to life like Pinocchio. That's what I'm saying. But if you say it long enough, dummies will believe it. If people are dumb enough, they'll believe it. 7% of adult Americans believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. And there's like a few crazy ass stupid things that functioning adults believe. So if it comes from an official person or from an official PSA from the city with the little seal in the corner, well, yeah, it must be true. These are the same people that wore 2 masks and they were poked and triple boosted and they wear masks in the car by themselves. These are the same people who I saw with my own eyes across the street at a trail I was at with my wife. A man and a woman who were a couple. The man had a mask on, she did not, and they kissed each other. What can you do? Dummies breed too. I think dummies breed faster. I think dumb people have the gestation period of like a mouse. Can a mouse get pregnant like 5 seconds after it's just had babies and its gestation is only like 30 days or something? It seems like dumb people breed faster. Smart people, normal people, our women gotta wait 9 months. But dummies, it's like 2 months and their baby's out. It's like they're like large plant eaters, like moose. That's why they only have one baby at a time, because they need a baby to be inside and develop enough so when it's born, it can literally hit the ground running. Because in a half hour, some bear is sniffing the air for that afterbirth. So there's more than one baby, they can't get big enough. If they had more than one baby, they would just be sitting there unable to run and the bear would eat them up. Same with these people. They breed quick. See, we're messing around and they've doubled their efforts. We're over here talking about, only women can have babies. They're over there, men and women can have babies. They're doubling their dumb population. Oh, man. Oh, man. Christian Hoser, again, thank you. Racking them up. Bring back Hulkamania, brother. That's right, Mean Gene. You remember an interview with Hulk Hogan and Mean Gene Okerlund? Back when he was talking about saying your prayers, eating your vitamins, and listening to your mom and dad? Taboo shit. You can't say that now as a celebrity. Not if you want to remain one. Now, if you're all done with your career, go ahead and start talking that regular, normal shit we used to believe. Kevin Pitts II. I think the only way for it to work is to put a bag on your head. Yeah, that could be true. If a nuclear blast comes, just put a paper bag or a paper one. You still need to breathe. The air can come in and out, but not the nuclear fallout. That'll hit the paper bag and then fall back down. Yeah, man. But that Hulk Hogan used to say that on TV live every week. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and listen to your mom and dad, brother. When I met Hulk Hogan, he comes in, swear, the door opens. There were cameramen and shit, producers and all that. And I looked up and it was just me and him. He looked at me and he goes, "Oh, where's the bathroom, brother?" He talks like that too. Tripped me out. Since 1985, a little kid. Ramon Alvelo. Thank you very much. Hey, Jericho Green. Much love from Rochester, New York. Keep up the good work. You upstate. You're away from the raw sewage known as New York City. That don't get on your boots. You upstate. Before I moved to New York, honestly, I mean, you only see New York on like TV and movies, so you think New York, that's New York City, that's the whole damn state. New York State is a big ass New York City. But you get there, hell no, it ain't. I was an 8-hour train ride from New York City to Buffalo. That shit tripped me out. Trip out, eh? Trip out, fucker. Canadian Connection, Hoser. Dang, Christian. Shout out to my boy Hubert, a proud member of the Canadian Army who found time to have a beer with this old man. What a great day off. Hey, shout out to you, Hubert. Shout out to you, and thank you for your service to Canada. Eh? Even though you guys have, I'd say, an equal jackass that we have. Like Trudeau, he's not, losing his faculties and falling all over the place and shit. And he can get through a sentence. It'll be chock full of bullshit, but he can get through a sentence and everything. But as far as his leftism and his communism, oh yeah, he's neck and wrinkled neck with Bidenist pervertus. But Justin Castro can't help it. This shit's in his blood. Look at his father. Come on. You're going to have your dad be one of the top dictators in world history. None of that's going to bleed into you. Yeah, right. Little bastard. There's no handshake softer than Justin Trudeau's. He'll wrap your hand in fucking cotton balls and silk, and it'll still touch his hand like, damn, dog, that's a soft fucking hand right there. These hands ain't never been anywhere near no work. Never, nowhere near it. Yeah, I see you guys in the comments. Hulk Hogan, to me, that's my favorite wrestler. I know there's other huge ones. I don't know who any of the new ones are. But Hulk Hogan, come on, you get out there and rip that damn man. Joshua Morales. Hey, Jericho, what do you think about Jesse Lee Peterson's situation? I haven't heard nothing about that. Hope it's not too bad. Seems like an upstanding dude from what I see. I never met the guy, but I don't know. What is this situation? Why don't you email me? JerichoGreen2018 at gmail.com. Okay, let's get into it. Look at me, 25 minutes in, haven't gotten a good gun. Look at you, super chatting sons of bitches. Let me take a breather and get to this good gun. Oh, see? Ask and ye shall receive. Another super. Guess who, guys? Guess who sent this super chat? Christian, thank you. Hey, Jericho, Faye Knox is here. What's up, Faye Knox? Another proud Canadian. Shout out. A shout out. Is that how you say it? Shout out to all you guys, man. So you got a nice little group over there. Well, you got a Army veteran, or still active, excuse me. Faye Knox, beers. What the hell's going up there in Canada, man? Send me an invite. I want to hang out, drink beers up north. America's hat. Anyway, let's see what this good gun story is about. As always, guys, every live stream, we kick it off with a segment I like to call Good Gun. I see you, Bryant Lawson, but I must get to this. Homeowner. So every day we talk about good gun. That's where a good person does something with their gun because the person makes the gun good or bad, right? So, title of this article is Homeowner fatally shoots 2 intruders, holds 2 more at gunpoint. Hey, whose house did you guys break into? Huh? Whose house did you break into? Did you not see on the mailbox where it said Wick? You didn't know that was John Wick's house that you broke into? You didn't see on the mailbox it said Mr. Cobra? Remember that Stallone movie? That movie was shit. Huh? Did you break into Jean-Claude Van Damme's house? That headline says, homeowner fatally shoots 2 intruders and holds 2 more at gunpoint. Shit. Let's hear about this. In Indiana, an Indiana man fatally shot 2 armed intruders in his home and then held 2 others at gunpoint during a bizarre burglary where he knew at least one of the would-be thieves, reports said. You son of a bitch. It's always the ones close to you. The deadly incident came just one day after the same group had allegedly taken cash from him. Oh, so you guys are over there bullying and shit, trying to take his lunch money. The homeowner claimed in newly revealed court documents. A woman who survived the botched burglary had stayed with him several times over the years, he later told cops. Oh, so you were giving him a little punane for a place to stay, huh? Case in the joint. The homeowner told police he was awakened while it was still dark Sunday by the sound of his dog barking. Hey, good job. See? That's what dogs are supposed to do. I know they're buddies. They're part of the family. I like to rub his belly and shit. Yeah. But that dog has to serve a purpose. You got to let me know when someone's creeping up in here. Could be the difference. So he was woken to the sound of his dog barking and found 3 people in his home in Auburn, a small city in the northern part of the state just west of Ohio. He said the thieves held a gun to his head. Maybe bark sooner next time, dog. Took items and demanded cash, but accepted a check for $500 after he said they cleaned him out by taking $65 in cash the day before, according to the court records cited by the station. You bastards. So you robbed the man one day, got greedy, probably smoked it all up. You guys probably smoked, sucked, and fucked in some cheap motel, went through all the man's money, and you figure he's an easy mark. We'll go back. There's 4 of us and 1 of him. What could he do? The homeowner, who hasn't been identified, was able to grab his shotgun. Got that shotty, got that 12 gauge. You don't want her to start talking. And fatally shot Dylan Moorfield and Ramika Moore, the record said. He then escorted his acquaintance, Tabitha Johnson, escorted her. You don't want to be escorted by a 12 gauge. Escorted his acquaintance, Tabitha Johnson, 42, outside the home where alleged lookout man Sean Cruz, 42, was standing. He then forced Cruz to dial 911. Dial 911, bitch. Police arrested Johnson and Cruz and slapped them with murder and burglary charges. So it looks like they're going to get charged for the deaths of their fellow smokers or injectors. The homeowner later revealed that the four had been at his house the day before, with Johnson saying he needed thousands of dollars because some people thought he had stolen it from them. Of course he didn't. The court record said he turned over all of the cash, but they demanded more and asked to take him to his bank, which was closed for the day. Here's the best part. The homeowner isn't facing charges. Now you want to get a look at these at Tabitha Johnson and Sean Cruz, 42. Holy shit. Look at that. Looks like cat shit warmed over. Look at that woman. I would hit that with your dick and me pushing. That fool looks 52, not 42. Fucking tweakers. That's what you get. I hope you go down for murder and everything else. That's the only thing bullies understand. They went there the day before. He gave them everything he had. That wasn't enough. They came back. I guarantee you this. If and when Tabitha and Sean get out, they won't be going back to that dude's house ever again. Why? Because he laid two of them down. Tabitha and Sean. Look at the lesions and sores on their tweaking faces. Roll up in that man's house. What if he didn't have the dog? Luckily, he got four fucking cracked out idiots that couldn't keep him from grabbing his shotgun. See what drugs do to your brain, kids? Two of you couldn't even keep a dude from getting his gun. Fucking smoked out freaks. Can't judge a book by its cover. You've never seen Tabitha's face then. Woman looks like shit. That's what you get. And that, kids, is another segment we like to call Good Gun. Fucking disgusting. Breaking that dude's house. What you get? Ugh. Look at him. Ugh. That woman looks fucking gross. Them sores on her face because she thinks bugs are living in her cheeks. Ew. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you guys all had a good time at whatever motel you were at all night long going through $65. Brian Owens, thank you very much. Bryant Lawson, where are you? I didn't forget you, man. I didn't forget you, man. Hold on, I need to find Brian. Brian, please, where are you? Brian! Oh, there you are, Bryant. Thought I lost you, man. Don't do that. Thank you, Bryant Lawson. In times like these, we need a hero. A man from Chicago scored 4 TDs in his high school football game, and the leader of No Ma'am, Al Bundy. Hey, Al Bundy, if that was a real person, guess who gets my vote? Hell yeah, I'm voting for Al Bundy. Al Bundy didn't take no shit. He gave all his money to his family. But at least it was to his family, and it was his money. I already like him. I like him as a politician already. You spending your own money to your people, not mine? Hey, you better get over here. Thomas DeCoud. Hey, this isn't the mall. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Yeah. Hey, those kicks are fast as lightning, unless Joe was throwing them. And they're slow as molasses. You imagine Joe Biden kung fu fighting? You'd have 10 minutes before that kick got to you. Christian, your hoser. Damn, you're about to clean out the bank account. He says, our Canadian beer is potent. Maybe too much for the U.S. Navy. LOL, love you. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Canadian beer is the equivalent to a wine cooler. Canadian beer is 50% water. 50% water, 20% maple syrup. And the rest is hops and shit. Oh, no, there's no beer too strong for the U.S. Navy. Now, hold on. There's a disclaimer, Christian. I'm talking the old U.S. Navy, like the one I was in, not the one now. There's some good ones left, but right now they're turning them into a bunch of weenies who are worried about pronouns and respect and acceptance. So that Navy, yeah, they probably couldn't handle a O'Doul's. But Old Navy, yeah, bring it. You bring it. We'll drink that shit. The lowly one. Thank you very much. Victim's mailbox said Castle Frank skull on the outside. Well, they missed it. Okay, they missed it. They were too focused on their next fix to see whose house they were fucking with. Because homeboy said, "Nah, let me go ahead." He's like, "I'm done. I'm done messing around. Let me get the shotgun and shut this party down." You want to shut a party down? Go get a shotgun, 12 gauge. I got one of them thick bitches in my closet. Big Bertha. She's bigger than A.O.C's Latina booty. She don't fuck around. Nothing but slugs. Like I said, you want her to get to talking. It's problems. Brian Owens, thank you very much for that. Hamilton. Dino Mike. Yeah, meth mouth, man. You know, her mouth looked like if she bit you in your forearm in 24 hours, you're going to turn into something. Like they're going to have to chain you to a radiator. Dude, no matter what you hear, don't let me out. That's how it's about to be if that bitch bites you. Oh, jagged, brown, fucking sharp edge. Oh, man, disgusting. If she bites you, you at least get sick. She got something. Charlie Nielsen. I don't understand that, but whatever. Okay, is that it for now? Okay, here we go. What are we going to talk about today? People first, before we get into that, we're going to talk about this. If you do your papers like this, you're a real newscaster. Friends, is inflation wiping you out? Are you cutting back to make ends meet? Food prices have doubled and are going higher. Same with the insane prices at the pump. It's going to get worse all summer long. But you can fight inflation by getting affordable, delicious emergency food that costs far less than store-bought food. You see, this food is freeze-dried and packaged for long-term storage, so it's a whole lot less expensive than fresh or canned food. We recommend My Patriot Supply, America's largest emergency preparedness company. They have an inflation-fighting offer where you can save $150 on their 3-month emergency food kit, a wide variety of delicious meals that give you over 2,000 calories a day. This is a great way to fight inflation while preparing for food shortages. Your kits ship fast and free and arrive in unmarked boxes for your privacy. Go to preparewithjericho.com and save $150 on each 3-month food kit that you need. Do it now. Go to preparewithjericho.com. That is preparewithjericho.com. Okay. Don't forget mygreengear.com. New designs, new ones coming. Check it out. My first web store. I'm excited. JerichoGreen.net, $3.99 a month, exclusive videos, and a bunch of other shit too. Venmo, GreenforGreen. Cashapp, $ Jericho Green, the number one. Super chats. You see how that works. We've been under attack from super chats today. Keep it coming. I'm not complaining. 806 Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Bob K, MIT. I will take that challenge. HTCS SW retired. Surface Warfare Specialist retired. I'll take that challenge too. Let's see. Hold on. Got a couple more in this bitch. Whoop. There it is. Hoser, again, thank you. All right. The invite is on. Come to Canada stand, and I will serve you French Canadian moonshine, buddy. I got a spare room for you to recover. Cheers. Oh, now it's moonshine. First it was beer. Now it's moonshine. Whatever. You can do it, man. I sure appreciate the invite. Spitfire 85. Thank you very much for the 50. Says JJ, I absolutely love your channel. Your impressions are hilarious. Loco Cortez, Kamala the Ugandan Nightmare, all of them. And now the new one, A Woman is a Vibe. You make my day. Keep it up, JG. Thank you very much, Spitfire 85. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Speaking of some of those psycho dumbasses, we're going to be talking about A.O.C, our favorite big booty Latina. Somebody in the comment section yesterday, forgive me for not remembering your name, but they asked me about this Alex Stein, is that his name? He was the one, let's see. He was the one who was on the steps talking to A.O.C, and that's what this guy does. He approaches shitty politicians in public and kind of makes fun of them for either what they're known for or something they've recently talked about. And same here with A.O.C. She was talking about how Republicans don't like her because they can't date her and all this shit. So he was being satirical. He wasn't like a real pervert, even though it's funny. She was so traumatized that 30 seconds later, she was on her phone like, see that guy behind me? He was like catcalling me and saying I have a big ass. And like, oh, yeah, you were so fucking traumatized. But there's a whole bunch that went on there. We're going to talk about her because she's an idiot. And one thing she was talking about, you see, there's a Capitol police officer right there. They didn't even do anything. Oh, yeah? So was your fiance. What the fuck was he doing? Kim Glass, the former Olympian who was attacked with a 10-inch bolt to her face in LA. She did an interview on Fox News and she was talking about what happened, this guy's record and the outpouring of support that she's gotten and how American that is. How dare she? And the mother, remember the 10-year-old girl that Biden was yelling about, literally, that she had to cross state lines into Ohio, I believe, or no, she was from Ohio. She had to go to Indiana to get an abortion because she was raped. And the 27-year-old piece of excrement who raped her, he confessed twice, and they were comparing his DNA samples that they got from her to him. Well, it turns out her mother had something to say, and she defended her daughter's rapist. Uh-oh. And there's a couple more things we need to learn about that stupid asshole. And the 30 white supremacists, remember, they were pulled out of a U-Haul truck. They were going to a alphabet soup group parade during Pride Month. Ugh. And they've 30 white supremacists. They just happened to nab them in the nick of time where there's footage that came out that shows them getting into the U-Haul truck and they're being guarded by somebody. So was that even real? And abortion pills are going to be available at all UC's, University of California campuses, and Cal State campuses, because that's important to the expensive ass education that these parents are paying for. They got to make sure that their daughters have pills to kill their babies. And worst pick ever. I know I said that before, and it was a picture of Rachel Levine. The fuck? That fool don't look nothing like no woman. But he's the head of our mental health department or some shit. And he's nuttier than squirrel shit. He's the one who's always dressed like a fucking naval officer, which I'm offended by. But it was a picture of him and that overwhelmed idiot, Jean, what's her name? Jean-Pierre, Wyclef Jean, whatever, the White House press secretary who took over for Peppermint Patty. They took a picture together. I thought that was the worst picture ever, but no. We found one worse than that, and I'll show it to you. Hopefully when I show it to you, it doesn't crack your screen or make you drive off the road or drop a baby that you're holding or something, because it's going to shock you, because it's fucking gross. Intensely gross. Yeah. So anywho, let's get this super duper out of the way, shall we? Alien Testosterone, thank you very much. It says, salute you, oi, salty sea hag. Arr! Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, people, let's get to it. So what the fuck did A.O.C do now? Huh? What did Loco Cortez, you motherfuckers? Her womb is so polluted. She could have my fucking baby, man. She's engaged, though, so she's going to get married. Maybe she'll have a baby. Think so? Maybe that'll be the first time a woman got another woman pregnant. Because her fiance looks like, what's his name? Ed Sheeran and Ron Howard thugged and had a baby. That's what he looks like. That's not a good look. And so there was a guy, and his name is Alex Stein. Okay. So AOC was walking up the steps of the Capitol building, to do her tough duties as a congresswoman for New York. And what he does is, like I said before, what he does is he satirizes elected officials in public. He fucks with them. It's funny. And he's like a nerd. He's like, oh, look at my favorite big booty Latina. Look at AOC. Like, he's not threatening in any way. And it's obvious satire. He's obviously being funny. He's obviously making a joke. But she was just, and she's holding it, and she has a camera on her, and you can see him over her shoulder. Do you see that guy? He was catcalling me and saying, oh, what a fat ass, and Latinas and all this stuff. I was like, and you see this Capitol police officer standing right there, didn't even do anything. And it was such a harrowing experience for her. How does she maintain her consciousness? How does she not just faint? And someone just catch her, that delicate Southern belle. So stupid. So this dude is making fun of her. It was painfully obvious. And he calls her. He's like, oh, that's my favorite big booty Latina. He's like, oh, look at AOC in that dress. She's looking sexy. Oh, man. Like, shit was funny. But she's talking about the damn Capitol police officer. Forget all that. Your fiance was standing right there. He put a ring on it. Yeah, Ghost of Josie Wales. She was almost raped. Yeah, that poor thing. She got so close to sexual assault. It was so stupid. The dude wasn't even following her. Like, he was like 10 steps behind her. And actually, no, he was stationary because he was standing on the steps and she was walking past him. So he didn't even get close to her. But to her, this was like, I was so close. And if you were that traumatized, why didn't your brother, you probably love him like your brother. If her fiance was her brother, that would be Ilhan Omar, not her. But if your fiance is right there and you were so shooken up, why wasn't he there consoling you? Because she was at the top of the stairs and the guy was still at the bottom. This was like 20, 30 seconds after it happened. It just happened. And you were so traumatized, you were so scared, and why wasn't your fiance there consoling you? Why didn't your fiance hand that little 3-pound dog he was walking over to your assistant and go say something to that dude? If you were that shaken up by it. Or because if I heard somebody saying that to my wife, oh, look, she's sexy. Look at that ass. I'm already over there. What are you talking about? What's your problem? The fuck are you talking about? Why wasn't he on his business? But he was too busy walking that little foo-foo dog. You couldn't quite see the dog, but you could tell by how low the leash was, how close the leash was to the ground, that was a little ass bitch dog. So why weren't you talking to him? Why weren't you talking about your fiance not handling his business? Because that ain't real. That shit ain't real. That's as real as Cory Booker's relationship with Rosario Dawson. Please. That's as real as Hillary and Bill Clinton's relationship. But she was so shaken up. He called her his favorite big booty Latina. That shit was laughs. Yeah, and let's see. Clear Coat. Hold on. Your comment jumped there. It says her fiance is a cuckold. If you don't know what that is, that's a dude who likes to sit there and watch his wife get done by somebody else. Yeah, that's probably why you didn't see him. He was probably off to the side trying to pull his little ginger dick out, pull out his little pink lipstick. And she was asking why the Capitol Police didn't do nothing. It's because he didn't break a law, stupid. Contrary to your popular belief, the police don't just grab people and throw them to the ground and do shit whenever they want. You got to break a law. And he didn't break a law by calling you his favorite big booty Latina, saying that you look sexy in your dress. And that dress was a little snug. I'm just saying. I'm not mad at a tight dress, but you're a congresswoman, aren't you? So when the dress is tight enough to see your camel toe and your areolas, don't be super shocked when somebody says, "You're looking sexy in that dress, AOC." You look at sexy in that dress, you 11-year-old in a 32-year-old woman's body. And why would you wear such a tight, expensive dress to lay on the floor in your office and color coloring books and eat Lunchables and suck down Capri Suns? Because I'm sure that's what you do all day. Your district is falling apart. You can't be working. You can't be. And if she couldn't have worked that day, she was too traumatized from being catcalled. She's probably inconsolable, laying on a couch, sobbing. Close the blinds, turn the lights off. I'm so depressed. Somebody catcalled me. Well, guess what, AOC? You know what's worse than getting catcalled? Is not getting catcalled. So you better hold on tight to all your catcallings, because one day they're going to stop. Fat ass stuff. I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. My goodness, woman, shut the fuck up. And like I said, that damn like talks like this. How are you scared? How are you worried at that from that guy? Man, I hope he catches Nancy Pelosi soon in public. He certainly won't be talking about a big booty Latina, but he might be talking about her big old titties. Nancy Pelosi's big old liver spotted titties. She had them out in Italy. Them things were out and about. Why don't you have her solve the baby formula shortage? Because you know the milk in those titties is powdered. Them titties don't got no more moisture in them. There's powdered milk in there. Give that to the babies. See nothing wrong with that. Oh, it wasn't. So how is AOC gonna call for the Capitol Police to do something, but then she was also saying defund the police? I don't know. Make it make sense. Figure it out, Loco Cortez. Figure it out. Let us know, because I don't know what you're talking about. Anywho, Kim Glass, that poor lady, the former Olympian who was attacked the other day downtown Los Angeles. Originally, the report was she got hit in the face with a pipe, or he threw it, because she said that he wasn't standing close to her and he threw it. Apparently, it wasn't a pipe. It was a 10-inch bolt. So he got hold of a 10-inch bolt and he whipped that shit at her and hit her in the face. But she was on Fox News today, and she was talking about what happened and how this guy has done that before. He was out on parole. All his victims were women. But for some reason, he's not locked away tight somewhere, never to breathe fresh air again. George Gascon. So I don't understand that. Do you have to kill somebody to get locked up in California? Anything short of murder, you're good to go. What is the problem? Why is that man not in prison forever? But one of the things that she said that's really going to make people on the left very upset is that she said that she is getting an outpouring of support. She said, and isn't that what we're about? Isn't that what America is about? Is coming together and supporting and banding together against evil? And she said that she's getting all these offers for self-defense classes, and people ask her, well, why weren't you looking out? Why wasn't your head on a swivel? She said, there's no way I could have seen this one coming. Another question was, why'd you let him get so close to you? She said, I didn't let him get close to me. He was far away. He was like on the other side of the car. She said, there's no way that she could have seen this coming or prevented it from happening. And I believe her. Yes, I try to be vigilant when I'm out and keep an eye on my surroundings. But I find myself catching myself putting myself in a bad situation. Like if you're at a gas station and you get something out of the car and you lean into your car, you can't see who's coming up on you. You can't see what's behind you. So I do try to limit those situations and be aware, but sometimes you're going to slip. Sometimes you're going to get caught slipping. Sometimes and when it happened, she said that she was turning to tell her friend, I think something's up with this guy. So she was on her game. It's just that he was waiting for his moment. He saw her turn her head, and that was it. And maybe had he not thrown that, maybe he wouldn't have gotten close enough to do anything to her. Apparently, she was paying attention. She was aware of this guy. But you see her, and her face is getting better. Right after it happened, her whole shit was swollen. You couldn't even tell there was an eye there. And she had like this big red mark here. And man, it's just, and like I said before, man, to see a woman beat up like that, that's just, I don't know. It's different than seeing a man beat up like that. You're tougher. You could take it. You know what I mean? Even if the same thing happened to a man. Yes, it's horrible. It's terrible. But I'm not going to have that same feeling of, I don't know, sorrow. I don't know what you call it, to see a woman beat up like that. It's horrible. To see, I don't even like to watch women's fighting. Women's UFC, nah, I'm cool. I just don't like to see it. I think it's weird to see women beating each other and to see a woman all fucked up at the end of the fight or see a woman get her arm broken. That's not my thing. I don't like it. But to see her beat up like that, it makes you wish you were there. And there was a guy there. It was a good Samaritan there who held his punk ass down until the cops got there. I wish he would have done, speaking of UFC, I wish he would have got a little ground and pound out of his system. But it makes you want to be there. It makes you want to be there to catch this guy, hopefully before he does it. But certainly after he does it, it makes you want to be there to get a hold of this dude and give him what he needs. Give him some customer service. But I'm glad she's getting better. I'm glad her spirit is so strong. I'm glad that she is not going to live as a victim, and she's not. It seems like she's not going to let this affect her life too much. She did mention that now if she's in a car and someone walks up on the car, she's a little jumpy. Hopefully that gets better with time. Hopefully she's allowed to get a CCW in LA County. I'm sure the LA County sheriff is probably, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same. I shouldn't say that because LA County sheriff was saying that we're not going to enforce this mask mandate bullshit. We got other things to worry about. So the sheriff might have half a brain. I could be wrong. But the sheriff, that's who determines the frequency in which CCWs are handed out in your county. But before I continue, Dave in 408, thank you. Says, bet if Stein said anything about that dog, her fiance would have acted a fool. Yeah. Be like, what'd you say about my pooch? He probably would have scratched his face. That serves you right, mister. Don't talk about my pooch like that. Sir, take your hand off your hip. Why are you doing that? He would have got mad. He would have got pissed. Oh, man. Oh, no. Dragon Ball says, yo, JG, the usurper did it again. Man. Damn it. The usurper did it again in Israel. He shook hands with Casper the Ghost. Now, were you here yesterday, Dragon Balls, when I talked about him doing it before? Are you talking about the same situation, or did he do that shit again, which will make the third time in his presidency that he's done that? Latin, yes, CCW is another infringement. It totally is. You should be able to conceal carry or open carry if you want. For sure. I agree with that. It's in the Constitution. Fat Thor says, I need me some breakfast taco. Hold on. Damn it, the screen jumped. I need me some breakfast taco Latina booty. You mean some Latinx. That's what they're saying now. Latinx. Need some of that Latinx booty. So fucking dope. Oh, man. Chet. Or Shay. No, Chet. Because Shay, there's no T. Thank you, man. Again, one of my fans, Mello from New York. I think Brooklyn. I always get Brooklyn and the Bronx mixed up. I believe it's Brooklyn. He made a bunch of these hats for me. I like it too. They're smooth. Joshua Morales. Hey, Jericho, did you see 2,000 Mules? If yes, what do you think about it? I did see it, and I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think everybody needs to see it, especially people in law enforcement, the FBI maybe, or if they're dropping the ball, maybe the CIA. But yeah, I saw it. It's awesome. It'll make you talk about anger blood. Shit. And they're only concentrating at the end. They get into other ones like less than 10, but the bulk of the documentary is only following people who went to 10 drop boxes or more in a day. 10. And And that's still lowballing. There's still way more. There's some that did way more than that, but just 10. They're trying to be nice. And then toward the end, they start doing ones that were less than 10. 5. They start focusing on the ones that went to 5 or more, which is still too much. Why are you going to 5 drop boxes in one day? That's still too much. Then they concentrate on the 5. And once they look at the ones who went to 5 or more, then you get into numbers big enough to affect the election and sway it in their favor. Yes, it's you. And if you haven't seen it, you need to. It's fucking awesome. It'll make you mad, but you need to see it. It confirms everything that you know happened, and it gives you some new information as well. Chet, thank you very much for the $5. Big booty Latina, Latinx, Latinx. But yeah, so the lady, she was talking about her attacker and the fact that he had done this before to all women. He shouldn't have been out. Why was he out? But I hope this woman, like I said, I hope that she is able to get past this as much as you can, especially living in the city and being in the area where it happened. Maybe that'll help her. Maybe that'll help her. Maybe that'll help her get over it, being in that area and you know, seeing it over and over again, and maybe that'll make it easier for her to deal with it. That's really sad, man. It's really terrible. And like I said, it's awful to see a woman beat up like that. It's just, it's sad. It's terrible. I mean, there's a reason women don't fight in combat. There's a reason there's no big market for female contact sports, among other reasons. But I'm glad that she's getting better. I'm glad that she said what she said, and I hope she doesn't get beat up in the media, for one, going on Fox News, and for two, daring to speak of Americans in a positive light, saying that we do get along and we are doing the right thing and we're still united. I know that flies in the face of their agenda, so I hope she don't get too much heat for that. But she seems like a pretty confident woman. I don't think she'll give a shit. And I think if she does get pushback, blowback, backlash, or whatever from the left, she'll lean into it and say, fuck you guys. John Snow, thank you very much. Says, here's a $5, big man. I wish I could afford to give you more, but Prez Poopy Pants, prolific economy has my cash low. Hey, look, man, and this, I've heard this from other people saying that they wish they could give more. Number one, I appreciate it. I don't care if you sent me 50 cents. I appreciate it. Don't ever feel, wish you give more. It's all I get. Don't ever feel like that. Whatever you give me is more than I had before I came in contact with you. So thank you to everyone, no matter how much you've given me. Thank you. Especially now, especially as much as things cost and the price of everything going up, you still find a way to squeeze out some shekels for me. So thank you very much. I'm very grateful. So this will piss you off. This is the one that's going to give you a little drop of anger blood. The mother of the 10-year-old girl who was raped in Indiana, who had to cross state lines to get her abortion because she was past the cutoff for an abortion. That's the reason she had to cross state lines. Like, that's so terrible. Like, oh shit, she had to cross state lines. No, she had to get in a vehicle. And they act like these states, they're right next to each other. She didn't have to drive far to get over the state line. If you live near the state line, driving to another state is not a big deal. But Biden was up there yelling. He said, 10 years old, 10 years old. Imagine being that girl. No, I'm being deadly earnest. Idiot. Well, that 10-year-old girl, we found out that she was raped and impregnated by a 27-year-old man who is illegal. That's right. He's not even supposed to be here. And if he wasn't here, she probably wouldn't have got raped. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what the Supreme Court did. So this 27-year-old candidate for a wood chipper decided he wanted to rape and impregnate this little girl. So the authorities got a hold of his bitch ass, and he confessed twice to doing that to her. And I haven't seen the results anywhere yet. I'm sure they'll be coming out soon. But they took DNA samples from her and him. And guess what's going to match? So he's getting ready for trial and shit. And come to find out, he's an illegal. He's an illegal from Guatemala. That's the country on the other side of Mexico, where up until 2015, the age of consent was 12 years old. I'll wait for you to wash the vomit that came up out of your mouth. Up until 2015, 7 years ago, the age of consent in Mexico was 12. Guatemala, right next door. So, this garbage demon piece of shit stuffed in a human skin did that, raped that little girl. Why? He probably figured out she's only 2 years away from consent anyway. It's no big deal. That's part of what happens when you allow people to come here illegally. They don't assimilate because they don't feel a need to, because they didn't earn it. They didn't work for it. I'm sorry, walking up here is not earning it. And it's funny how a large portion of these people who just want a better life are war-aged men. They're not sad little crying brown faces with even smaller brown faces latched to their bosom coming here for a better life. It's a bunch of war-aged men, and a lot of them are fucking perverts. That's why 80% of women who come across illegally take contraceptive before they leave, because they know what's going to happen. Because 80% of them get sexually assaulted and raped. Those are just good guys. Just want a better life. Just doing a little raping on the way. That's all. Don't be a dick. So this 27-year-old piece of shit did this. So they come to the mom's house and they stick a microphone in her face, quite literally, but she wouldn't open the door all the way. And you might be asking yourself, Jericho, what news channel stuck a microphone in her face? Telemundo. Mundo, that's Spanish for the world. Teleworld. So you mean to tell me they had to send a Spanish-speaking news station to this woman's house? Why? Why couldn't they send an English-speaking channel to her house? Is she illegal too? Uh-oh, Mom. You need to share in some of this responsibility too? Because you brought your child up here illegally to cross paths with this other illegal rapist piece of shit? And then here's the cherry on top. The mother is defending him, saying that the things they're saying about him aren't true. Well, guess what, Mom? I think they need to make room in a cell for you two. Because you are defending this man who raped your daughter? Look, I don't give a fuck what your culture says where you come from. You're not there anymore. You're not in Guatemala anymore, Dorothy. You're in America. And in America, you can't have sex with 10-year-olds or 12-year-olds or 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 or 17 and everything before that. We don't play that shit up here. So if you think that's cool, and you must not have thought it was that cool because you took her to get an abortion. So why are you defending that piece of shit? Was he your boyfriend and you let him get access to your daughter? Now you're defending him? I wish that Telemundo reporter would have reached in that cracked door and pulled her out. You go ahead and put her next to that fool in the cell. You're done, Mom. You're worse than him. Because the only thing worse than the wolf is the sheep that feeds the lamb to the wolves. What is there to defend? How do you say hang that son of a bitch in Spanish? That's what she should have been yelling from the top of her house, from the rooftops. Out in front of the police station, hang him, burn him, shoot him, electrocute him, gas him, drown him, burn him. That's what you should have been saying, Mom, not don't believe what they're saying. What they're saying about him isn't true. You got to go. You got to go because we have enough fucked up moms already here that were born here. We don't need to be importing them. We don't need to be importing racists. What did Trump say? Man, he got in big trouble for that. What did he say about 5.5 years ago? They're sending who up here? They're not sending their best and their brightest. They're sending rapists. You know why he said that? Not only because what I said before, 80% of women who come up here illegally are fucking sexually assaulted. Because the government of Mexico goes to the undesirable parts of town and hands out information on how to get to America and what to do when you get here. You think they're going to their schools, their colleges and universities where the good citizens are? You think they're going to the good neighborhoods, the hardworking Mexicans, and sending them up here? No. Now, of course, some of the people that come up here illegally are hardworking people, and they are good. But they're still criminals when they come here illegally. So I think he was right when he said they're sending their rapists, because they are. Here's one for you. He raped a 10-year-old girl. Why does he not have a burlap sack over his head, hanging upside down in a body of water? You tell me. But the mom is defending him. Do we have a big enough wood chipper for two? His and hers? Her side, his side? How do you do that in any language? And again, why are you speaking Spanish, Mom? How long you been here? Because if you're an adult, I would think that you went through the process legally and paid the money and took the test and all that shit. Right? So why are you not able to speak English? And I'm going to say this too. I don't care who I piss off. This shit bothers me. When I see old people here who are from other countries and they don't speak English, why? They've been here for 40, 50 years and they don't speak English? Why? I'm just wondering. Paul Elkadi, thank you very much for the Hamilton. He says, hey, this isn't the mall. It isn't. You are not in the mall, old man. I don't know. That shit just pisses me off. I think if you come here, you got to jump through the hoops, man. This is the greatest show on earth. Ain't nothing even close. You can name all these Nordic countries and European countries and Canada. There ain't nothing better than America, period. You know how many damn economies we float around the world? How many countries we protect because they ain't got no military to speak of? Man, please. Black Lake, thank you very much. Much love from Utah to everyone of you based patriots. So thankful for commentaries like JG and Salty Cracker to keep the hope alive. You, Salty Cracker Army averages, or Army savages, excuse me, at 430 avocado time. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I appreciate your consistent support too, Black Lake. All you guys. I recognize all these names in here. I say them every day. And I thank you. Guys, are we friends? Oh, no, I'm not shitting you, Lala HK. Mama is illegal too. I just want a better life. Stop being rude. For real. Like, if you go to another country, don't you feel like a pressure to have a seamless transition into their society? You don't want to be a problem. You don't want to be a headache. It's like you're not even there. You want to learn their language, their customs. You want to be, what's that word? R word. No, not racist. I know they love that one. Oh, respectful. You want to be respectful to their society, their community, their culture, their country. So you're going to get your little book. You're going to get your app. You're going to learn shit. You're going to learn the currency. You're going to learn the language. You might not master it before you go, but you're going to learn enough to get around, to get along. So you're not standing out like a sore damn red, white, and blue thumb. But when you don't earn that, and you don't work for it, you don't respect it. It's like spoiled kids you give too many toys to. They throw them on the ground, step on them. They don't give a shit. Because they didn't have to earn it. It's nothing special. I remember, I mentioned this before. I used to work with a lady who was from Bulgaria. I worked with two Bulgarian women. but one of them, she had become a citizen a long time ago. But the other one, she became a citizen while we were working together. I was so proud of her. And I was proud of her because of what she did to become a citizen, but I was also proud of her reaction the day she went to get sworn in. She was happy. She was teary-eyed. She had finally achieved the American dream. And the reason she felt that way is because she had to work and wait and study and learn. She was proud to be in this country. She was more proud than some of us. And have people just leapfrog her and steal that? You don't care. You don't care about this country. Could you imagine sneaking into another country? Wouldn't you be looking over your shoulder all the time? Every time you heard a siren or saw a police car, you'd be turning like this? Not here. Here, you can gather in large groups in front of the same business every day, and the police will roll by. I'm not telling you some shit I read. I'm not telling you a story I was told. I'm telling you what I've seen. You name the large hardware store chain, I guess you can call it that, where a bunch of illegals gather. You know exactly the business I'm talking about. Where you see a big-ass group of them standing right there, and I've seen a local police department go right by. He should have, damn it. Hold on. Sat on my cord. But he might as well fucking wave to him. Hey, guys, how you doing? How's the family? What the fuck? And why is this guy even still here? He would face, yeah, that's right, Anderson Moffat too. You got it. Sean, you got it. But he would serve a harsher sentence in Mexico or Guatemala. Send his ass back to Guatemala. Make a deal with this government. You punish this fool as much as you can. You don't want to see no jail in Guatemala. Oh, up here, this is a tropical vacation. You don't want to go to jail in Guatemala. I hope you like the taste of rats. But hey, you make sure you punish this son of a bitch as hard as you can. And we'll give you some money or something. I don't know. We're giving him money anyway. But why leave him here? He will face a harsher punishment back where he comes from. Bye. The minute we find out you're here illegally, here, let me buckle your seatbelt for you. You're gone. I need a bus running outside waiting to be filled. Bye. Not all trial and hang out. Here, have some food and medical care. Put on a little weight. That bullshit. MyGreenGear.com, people. Check it out. Just open up my web store. JerichoGreen.net. $3.99 a month. Exclusive videos you will only find there. Once a week, I upload them. A lot of other cool shit there, too. Cameos I do on other platforms, things of that nature. Venmo, GreenforGreen. Cashapp, $ Jericho Green, the number 1. Super chats, boom. Black Lake laid out the groundwork for that one for you. Thank you very much. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So I'm going to wrap it up with this little turd right here. Worst pick ever. As I mentioned before, there was a picture of, what's her name? Rachel Levine, or his name. What am I talking about? What's his name? Rachel Levine. Why they always look so fucking terrible? Come on. Nothing about you says woman. What size shoe you wearing? I bet you that ain't a woman's shoe. Big ass foot. Big ass boat. You jamming inside that woman's shoe. Look at this. Now, I said this was the worst pick ever. And up until today, it was. Look at that. So much wokeness in that picture makes you sick. But look at this shit. This will definitely make you sick. Oh, no. Did somebody? No. Oh man, I'm seeing some footage of Biden right now that is not good. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh, why you send his embarrassing ass out there like that? Damn it. Now, honestly, before I show you this, honest to God, when I saw this picture, I said out loud in my home, what the fuck? I said, I couldn't help it. It jumped out of my mouth. I just saw a picture. I was like, what the fuck? It just happens sometimes. You see something so crazy that the words just leap from your lips. And here's the picture I'm talking about. What the fuck is that? No, that's not some kid from the Make-A-Wish Foundation and their last wish was to meet Rachel Levine. That dude's name is Sam Brinton. Who's Sam Brinton? Because that's what I was wondering. Who is that freak? Who is that weirdo standing next to that other weirdo? Who is that? I'll tell you. Sam Brinton is an American nuclear engineer and LGBTQ activist appointed to the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition in the Office of Nuclear Energy. He is, of course, in the Biden administration, in his cabinet. That has to be the biggest collection of the weirdest looking motherfuckers in government history. What is that? What is that? Those people represent America. Look what that fucking clown is wearing. What? This represents our country? Bruh. Bruh. You work for the administration of the country. You work for the president of the United. Oh, sorry. I can't get through that. Look at this shit. What would you put him in charge of? If it's not the Department of Sucking Dicks, you are not going to be in charge of it, sir. Look at that crazy son of a bitch. But there's something wrong with you if you think something's wrong with him. What? How do you get inside the White House looking like that? When he showed up for that job interview, he should have been tackled by Secret Service and evaluated before being released. Don't have no food or drink in your mouth when you look at this next picture. I'm warning you now. Huh? Why are you standing like that? Why are you wearing that? That's in the administration of this country. I'm sorry, what? You should not be discriminated against or picked on at all because of what you look like. But that doesn't mean you need to be everywhere. That doesn't mean you need a job in the administration. That doesn't mean you need to be in charge of something. What is wrong with this dude? I can't look at it anymore. Let me stop. I'm starting to get nauseous. Starting to get nauseous, people. What the fuck is that? Is that not the worst picture you've ever seen in your life? How much craziness is in that? How many hours of therapy are in that picture? And they come out of the house every day looking like that with no problem. Every day, somebody has to open the door and let them inside of the White House. Get the fuck out of here. That dude is nuttier than squirrel shit. Both of them. Why are you allowed to dress like that at work? Do we not have any more standards? Yes, you can be whatever you want and express yourself. Not at work. There needs to be some kind of uniform, some kind of professionalism. My dad was retired. So he wore whatever the hell he wanted. What my dad usually wore was coveralls, or he wore like slacks and a shirt, a button-up shirt. Work shirt. He worked on cars a lot, shit like that. We had 10 acres, animals to take care of. But he dressed better than that on a ranch. And when I'd see my mom go to work every day at the DMV, she dressed in a dress, a skirt, slacks, and shoes, high heels or whatever. She dressed like a professional woman. Not that. Sorry, Rachel Levine. In here, your name is whatever you were born with. What the fuck? How do you work with somebody like that without laughing at them when they come into your office? How do you sit there and not concentrate on how stupid they look instead of listening to what they have to say? To me, the perfect analogy of dealing with somebody like this, like having to sit somewhere at your job and be serious while somebody looks like this, is like, remember those old Tide commercials? Not too old, I think the early 2000s or something, where the stain on the shirt was talking, meaning the person looking at them couldn't concentrate on anything else but the stain. So like the guy would be at a job interview and the stain would say, la, 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 while he's trying to talk. He's like, so where'd you go to school? Well, I went to school, la, 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 la. Like the guy couldn't understand what he was saying because he couldn't stop focusing on the stain. So with that dude sitting across from you, supposed to be handling business, how do you do that when he looks that way? Rachel or that Sam weirdo? See if I can find it for you. It's fucking hilarious. That shit is so funny. Hold on. Got a little commercial.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, an organized person, somebody who does not leave details out. I'm actually very, very good with groups. I surpassed all my goals by putting position in my prior job, your competitor. My personality surpassed their own goals.
That's it right there. How do you concentrate on what's coming out of their mouth when they look like a fucking freak? With his bald head and his red mustache sitting in a gown. So here's the itinerary for the day. Let's talk about nuclear energy. How? Do you not have any mirrors in your home? I can't concentrate on our business when you look like that. 2022, people. Black Lake, again, thank you. Make keel hauling great again. Corporal punishments would deter a lot of these crimes. How did we become such a soft society? Yeah, keel hauling, quartering, all kinds of shit. And very recent history. How long ago did we get rid of the electric chair or the gas chamber? I remember the South loved the gas chamber. The electric chair, why did we stop that? That's a great question. Deterrent. You have to send a message to would-be criminals, don't do this or we're going to fuck you up. Bad. Real bad. Third world bad. Again, if our weak Western stomachs can't handle it, outsource our punishment. Outsource it. You know how many enemies we made around the world who would love to kill an American? Give them one. Give them one. All the sick, crazy shit you want to do to us. You want to cut our head off online while someone says Allah Akbar or whatever. Here you go. Here you go. You can have this one for free. Take them. You got some pit, you don't want to send any of your men down in to see what's in there? No problem, we'll send you one. Send his ass down there. Oh, you got a crocodile that's plaguing your village? Here, we'll send him in there. He'll go kill him. Matter of fact, we'll send you one every month. That way he won't eat your people anymore. We'll send you a piece of shit American every month, and the crocodile won't have to eat your people no more. They'll have a full belly of American meat. Because we don't know how to punish people here anymore. We've forgotten that. We've forgotten how to punish. We've forgotten what a woman is, what a man is, how children should be treated, and how to punish. Our memories need to be jogged. That needs to be fixed. Because that's the only thing that's going to curtail this is hard, stiff punishment.
Hard, stiff punishment. Ooh.
Old school, biblical. We need to go back to the BCs for our punishment. AD's too nice. BCs. Old school shit. Where you get skinned, boiled. Or the Mayans, they take a knife and just cut your stomach open and pull your guts out. Remember they did that to William Wallace at the end of Braveheart? Freedom! They're pulling his guts out while he's still alive. Sounds great. And the good thing about these punishments is they're damn near free. How many people you think you can cut open with a knife before it gets dull? Before you can't use it anymore? How many people you can think you can get? How many hangings can you get out of a rope before it breaks? Cheap. Just trying to save people money. The way inflation is, we need to save money where we can. And let's start with punishment. Well, guys, it's let's see. It is currently 96 degrees. We're looking at 103 for the high today. So I'm going to get over here in the backyard, hook up the hose to the trampoline. Remember, I installed a little hose around it with the perforated hose that sprays water on the trampoline. You got to slip and slide back there, throw a little dish soap on that bitch. You want to see your kids overshoot the slip and slide and go in the grass? Put some dish soap on that damn thing. It's like Chevy Chase did in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where he put that wax on the bottom of his sled, and his ass was making sparks across the damn street. Yeah, that's what liquid soap does to a slip and slide. So, we got some water balloons, water bombs. They're like made out of this thicker plastic, and it's a ball, and there's a piece inside of it, and you push the piece to let the water, and you let it go, and it opens back up, and it seals it, and they can throw them at each other and get multiple uses out of them. We're going to have a good time. Water guns. What I do is I take a big tub, I fill it with water, so you can just dunk the water gun and fill it up, so you can be back into action, ready to get them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck those kids up. I don't take it easy. Oh, take it easy on them. Be nice to the kids. No, you wanted this, you're gonna get it. You want to throw water balloons and do a water gun fight with me? It's over. Let's go. I'll take mercy on these kids. They need to know I'm in charge on everything. Daddy, you always win. You damn right. I don't let my kids win nothing. Arm wrestling, fighting, games. We played Life the other day. Monopoly. Don't get me started on Monopoly. I'll have everybody mad at the table. That's what I do. But anyway, people, another beautiful live stream. You were great. I was great. We were great. Thank you very much for the super chats, the comments, the questions, everything. You guys make this shit move forward, and I appreciate it. Thanks for being here 6 damn days a week. That's right, Joshua Morales. End of quote. That's our guy, Mr. End of quote. You're not supposed to say that part out loud, Joseph. Take your pills, lift your tongue, make sure you didn't keep them in there, spit them out when I walk away. My goodness, guys. We are in trouble. But tomorrow, we're going to do it again. I told you, I just saw footage of him embarrassing us further in the Middle East. He's only been there for 3 days, and he's had an embarrassment every day. Let's stick together, guys. They don't want us to, but let's do it. Say it with me. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.